The NSA has figured out how to hide spy software deep within hard drives. The US NSA figured out how to do this with drives made by Western Digital, Seagate, Toshiba, and some other top manufacturers. And what this essentially does is give the agency the ability to eavesdrop on the majority of the world's computers, according to cyber researchers and former operatives. This was uncovered by Kaspersky Lab, the Moscow-based security firm. They've actually exposed a bunch of Western cyber espionage operations, and Kaspersky said it found personal computers in 30 different countries infected with one or more of these spying programs, most of them starting in Iran, followed by Russia, Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, Mali, Syria, Yemen, and Algeria. The targets were government and military institutions, as well as individuals, telecom companies, Islamic activists, etc. Now, Kaspersky did not say which country is behind the campaign, but supposedly it's very closely linked to Stuxnet. And you'll remember Stuxnet was the NSA-led cyber weapon. So every assumption is that the NSA is at least somewhat involved here. In the interest of giving you all the information about this, the NSA was asked about this, and spokeswoman Vinnie Vines declined to comment. Now, there was an assumption by some that this means the hard drive manufacturers themselves are necessarily complicit in this. That's not actually guaranteed to be the case, because the software could well be installed the same way other malware and viruses get installed. Software vulnerabilities, social engineering, physical access through, hey, click on this link, phishing emails, etc. It simply installs itself in the firmware of a hard drive rather than in the software. But the assumption from some, Lewis, that this is definitely because the manufacturers of the hard drives are complicit has not been proven. But we know that many times the FBI has approached developers and said, hey, can you build a back door in for us? So we can't rule that out either.
Yeah, I could envision a situation where the government has some dirt on these companies, whether it be tax related or something else. And, they say, well, hey, you let us do this and we look the other way. It really seems like this country is turning into East Germany, does it not?
In some ways, we are, whatever analogy you want to make, East Germany, George Orwell's 1984, whatever it is that you may want to call it, there is no question that the U.S. is increasingly involved in activities reminiscent of that. That being said, those who say it's just as bad here as it would be in George Orwell's 1984, or as it was in East Germany, or as it is in China with regard to this, or North Korea, those are obviously drastic exaggerations.
Of course, but it starts somewhere, and it starts with stories like this. And so people need to realize that we can't just be complacent, and we can't be ignorant to this.